Also tonight, could Houston's most vulnerable communities see some major changes in federal funding?
A new executive order from President Trump erases a decades-old requirement for federal agencies to consider race and income when making environmental policies. Our Pooja Lodia is live with what this all means to you.
This impacts you whether you realize it or not, especially if you live right here in Harris County. Now, the big question many leaders have is how exactly will this take effect, and what should we expect in the coming months and years?
They have some stories.
Cleophas Sharp's family was one of the first to settle in Pleasantville. Established just after World War II, it was Houston's first planned black community. But it was built right next to the Houston Ship Channel. Then came I-10, then 610, sandwiching the area into a heavily industrial zone. Today, plans to deepen and widen this ship channel are already underway, raising even more concerns about possible toxic exposure to sediment.
We're not against industry. We're not against the expansion of the ship channel. We just don't want to be the only ones bearing the brunt of this progress.
In the past few years, millions of federal dollars have been given out in an effort to clean up low-income communities with predominantly black and brown populations, like Pleasantville, Sunnyside, and Kashmir Gardens.
That is absolutely a concern that we have right now, is that the money's going to be frozen.
President Trump's executive order calls policies that consider race, quote, dangerous, demeaning, and immoral. It remains to be seen what the change would mean for disadvantaged areas.
There have been no cancer clusters determined in River Oaks. There are no cancer clusters that have been identified in West U, but we have seen cancer clusters in Fifth Ward. We do know that there's a lower life expectancy for folks who live in Manchester, right? These predominantly black and Latino neighborhoods. It's not a race-blind solution because it's not a race-blind issue.
I do invite you to step in the shoes of those people that you said you don't need to fund. Because the system, and most people say, what system? There's a system in place. Again, I'm 73 years old. I have seen it where there were certain places I couldn't go in. And I was told to go to the back of the building just to get some food. So for you to, if you didn't experience that, you can't tell me that there is no system in place.
The federal government hasn't released any guidelines on what comes next. So for these communities, there's little to do but wait. Pooja Lodia, ABC 13, Eyewitness News.